Alright, so Chapter 21. Chapter 21 has the sick name of the Iron Wasteland, which is awesome. And believe it or not, this map actually does that name justice, at least graphically, so that's pretty awesome. And this is the map where we eventually recruit Alicia. But contextually, I'm gonna say this is like the stupidest map in the game, story-wise. So, the setup here is that Dr. Godot invents this thing, and I think they call it the C unit, the control unit. I think that might be right. And he's using it. He's bragging. He's like, with the C units, I can make drones that surpass the power of even my 4 generals. And basically, his plan is just to use it to kill us all. So that's great. But Alicia has different plans. She's like, man, more powerful than even I am? I want to fight that shit. So she's like, I'm gonna quit the Black Swarm, I'm gonna go join the enemy so I can fight all your really powerful drones and kill them all and prove how awesome I am. And on her way out, she steals a shit ton of enemy units and basically brings them to us as a peace offering. And so she shows up the snail like, hey, what's up? I brought all these guys, can I join your team? And in a strange stroke of genius, everyone on our team is like, this bitch is nuts. No, you can't join our team, go away. And then she's like, well, okay, I'll prove it to you by fighting all these guys that I brought to join your army. So she does. Enter the Iron Wasteland. So, I guess first things first this chapter. So it's escape chapter, like usual. We beat it in 4 turns. And you're gonna see why in a second it takes us 6 fucking minutes, almost 7 I think, to beat this chapter in 4 turns. That's because we have to sit here and watch every single enemy take the wait action on every turn. And oh my god, this takes forever. I want to talk more about speedrunning this game in a few chapters when I've got some time, but like, man, that takes a long time. Jeez. So you're gonna see this setup a lot. So we deploy Tsubasa, we deploy Akane, and those two together with 5 and 7 movement can really efficiently chain grasshopping cards to get Sakuma as far as possible. Now we're gonna deploy Genie, and so on the left side, Alicia's here, and she's just like, we beat this chapter in 4 turns, and within 4 turns, she spends the entire time fighting these 5 guys, and she gets absolutely nowhere. She doesn't kill a single one. She's just there. I think what we're supposed to be doing this chapter is like we go and help her, and then she helps us finish the map, but I think it's a waste of time, so we just let her get beat up. Also, can you imagine if this fucking chapter was like a killer thing chapter? Like, not only is this chapter massive, but it's got awful terrain. It's got all these pipes and marsh everywhere, which is, by the way, the pipes are equivalent to rocks, so they're really defensive tiles. You can't move through them very well. And there's just enemies all over the place. This would take so long to beat normally. I don't even remember playing this map, like, when I was 13. It's just gone from my mind. Anyway, so the rest of the chapter is really straightforward. So, we move Sakuma. Akane's going to jump in front of him, use grasshopping. Akane's going to do the exact same thing. We're going to push him forward as far as possible. And at that point, we get to deploy Yamato and Heidel. And we're deploying Heidel because he can just run all the way down to the end of the map into the escape zone and spider thread Sakuma and clear the map. And we want Yamato here just so he can kill one butterfly that gets in our way. And Blade and Mino didn't do anything. There's also like some capsules in this map. There's 3 capsules that are spread out everywhere. Obviously we don't care. That's chapter 21. Nothing more to say about that, really. I actually really like this chapter. I just think it's really cool. Even if the story is hilariously bad and the map is hilariously bad, I have a soft spot in my heart for this chapter. Even if I probably shouldn't. But I guess I do have one more thing to explain. So, like I said, we deploy Yamato to kill his butterfly. It's going to attack Heidel. It's going to attack Heidel like from the top side. So we need to kill it to get it out of the way. But likes to dodge Yamato in this case. So what we do to circumvent that is we attack it from the far side, so that if we miss, we can have Janie come up from behind and then kill it. It's not important. It doesn't happen in this footage here, so I just kind of brought it up just for shits and giggles, because I gotta fill this time somehow. Anyway, I'll see you guys in chapter 22.